Prophecy, Chapter 5, Part 1. I'm going hunting! Bluepaw could hardly keep her paws still as she waited beside the gorse barrier. She looked up at the sky again. Was the sun high yet? Where was Stonepelt? Had he forgotten his promise? What about the extra bracken for Weed Whisker's nest? Had he forgotten that promise too? Did he always forget promises? Guess what? Snow-Paw was sprinting across the clearing toward her. Sparrowpelt told me we're coming hunting with you and Stonepelt. Where is Stonepelt? He's putting fresh bracken in the outer stand. Should I be helping? Bluepaw hurried to meet Stonepelt as she reached the fallen tree. He was nosing his way out of the tangle of branches, stalks of bracken poked from his pelt. He shook them out and pattered toward the barrier. I'm sorry, she blurted. I should have been helping. No need, he cut her off. I wanted you fresh for your first day of hunting. What? We're really going? She breathed. Stonepelt nodded. Of course. At last! Snow-Paw plucked at the ground. I thought after spending yesterday wandering around the borders, I was never going to get to do anything exciting. But you saw 4 trees. Bluepaw still wished she could have explored ThunderClan's territory instead of gathering clan bedding. 4 trees? Snow-Paw scoffed and rolled her eyes. I saw more than 4 trees, then I got claws. More trees, then I got claws. But I wasn't allowed to climb. Wanted to look under the roots for prey. She dropped her voice into a growly mew so that she sounded like Sparrowpelt. And here's the borders with the River Clan. Be sure to notice how the scent smells. Flicking her tail, she reached to her normal mew. She returned to her normal mew. Sorry, this comment couldn't creep me out. Like I'd missed that fishy sentence. Where'd he go? Sparrowpelt's mew made Snow-Paw spin around. I've been ready for ages, Snow-Paw mewed. Sparrowpelt was already heading out through the tunnel. Come on, then. Bluepaw shot after him, ducking ahead of Snow-Paw and bracing to be first at the bottom of the ravine. She gazed up the slope, her paws prickling as she saw branches swaying like tails, beckoning her into the forest. Don't expect too much on your first hunt, Stonepelt warned, patting up beside her. There's a lot for you to learn. I'm ready. Bluepaw unsheathed her claws for the climb. Fat white clouds raced across the blue sky as Stonepelt led the way up the ravine. As they crested the ridge, wind ruffled Bluepaw's fur, and a feeling of fierce joy welled up inside her. Stonepelt glanced at Sparrowpelt. The owl tree? The great sycamore. The owl tree? The great sycamore might be better for prey, Sparrowpelt suggested. Because of the owl? Bluepaw guessed. Stonepelt nodded. Even mice know better than to share dens with an owl. He headed into the trees. Following on his heels, Bluepaw gazed up at the towering trunks, branches with just a few wrinkled leaves clinging to them crisscrossed. Crisscross the sky. What? I don't get that. Oh yeah, crisscross across the sky pretty much. Chattering as the breeze shook them. Oh. Branches with just a few wrinkled leaves clinging to them crisscrossed the sky, clattering as the breeze shook them. Padding through the forest, she noticed how many small trails weaved through the undergrowth. Stonepelt led them beneath the arcing fronds of fern where leopard paws scent still clung. They skirted around the around brown that smelled of sunfall, and Blue Paw could see tiny orange tufts of fur caught on its barbs. Stonepoke kept going as the forest sloped steadily upward. How much farther? Blue Paw glanced over her shoulder, trying to memorize the route they came. Would she ever find the way by herself? Not much, Sparrowpelt promised. All the trees and bushes looked the same. Every dip gave way to another rise. Every rise to another dip. Stonepoke finally halted. Here we are. Stonepoke weaved in front of them. Sparrowpoke weaved in front of them and lifted his chin. Ahead, a gigantic tree towered above the others, its crown stretching beyond the canopy that shielded the sky. The great sycamore. Its roots, some thick its branches, twisted through dense layers of leaves around its base and burrowed into the earth. Blue Paw's pelt tingled. She could smell prey. Birds chattered in the branches above her head. Fallen leaves rustled as the base of the sycamore stirred by wind or small creatures. Blue Paw longed to slide her paws deep into the great golden drifts. The first lesson of hunting, Stonepoke began, is patience. Sparrowpoke nodded. The greatest hunter is the one who knows how to wait. Can't we just sit through the leaves until we find something? Blue Paw asked hopefully. Stonepoke shook his head. You'll scare everything back to its burrow. Padded away toward a bush 3 fox lengths from the base of the tree. It was still thick with leaves, and he disappeared behind it. Sparrowpoke followed, beckoning with the apprentices with his tail. Is there prey behind the tree, behind there? Sparrowpaw asked, wide-eyed. Not if they got any sense. Sparrowpaw meowed. Stonepoke was already crouching below branches toward the roots of the sycamore. Get down, he whispered. Blue Paw was crouched next to him, with Snowpaw and Sparrowpoke beside her. She squinted through the bush, wondering what she was supposed to be looking for. Don't move till you see your prey, Stonepoke advised. Something in my eye. All right. Will prey come out into the open? Snowpaw asked. Now that we're downwind, some might. Sparrowpoke told her. Do you see the sycamore pods? Blue Paw scanned the ground and noticed some little wing shapes among the leaves, like tiny moths littering the ground. Where there are pods, there are bugs, Sparrowpoke meowed. And where there are bugs, there's prey. Sparrowpoke finished. The gray warrior stiffened, and his ears pricked. Blue Paw followed his gaze. A small, furry shape was skittering along one of the roots. Mouse! The fur rippled along her spine as she unsheathed her claws. When do we pounce? She hissed to Stonepelt. Not yet. Before he could finish, Snowpaw shot forward, rattling through the bush and throwing up leaves as she tore across the forest floor. She leaped for the mouse, but had disappeared, and she sat down with a thud, her tail thrashing through the leaves, shoulders back, and ears flattened in disgust. Mouse stung! She turned and stalked back to her clanmates. Sparrowpelt was shaking his head as she appeared behind the bush. I like your enthusiasm, he meowed, but your technique could use a little work. There was a teasing lightness in his tone that made Blue Paw's whiskers twitch, and a purr of amusement rose in her throat. Snowpaw turned on her. You can shut up! Blue Paw backed away, alarmed. Then she was relieved to see Snowpaw's anger melt as soon as their gaze met. Sorry, Snowpaw apologized. I was just upset. You're fast, Blue Paw encouraged her. I'm afraid speed doesn't count when it comes to ice, Sparrowpaw meowed. They don't stray far from the burrows, and they move quickly. This is why it's important to master stalking. Skill is far more important than speed. Stonepelt looked at Sparrowpelt. Maybe we should save hunting for another day and practice stalking instead. Sparrowpaw nodded, though Snowpaw sighed. But Bluepaw was eager to show her mentor the skills Patchpaw had already taught her. She dropped it low to the ground, keeping her tail pressed against these and began to stalk forward.